Hi guys.
Oh my god, I'm really dizzy. Holy shit, oh my god. Holy, okay, wow. Way too much helium there. Let's do it again. Hi guys. Okay, so listen, I know we usually do this in my room. I feel like I'm gonna puke. Okay. But I thought, you know what, why not switch it up a little bit? Why not? Do you like my shower curtain? Anyways, I am angry. Male comedians, if you're listening, listen, honey. Sex is funny until it's not. And when it's not, we should stop. When we out ourselves as a pervert on stage, we should stop. I have something to tell you guys. I turned 21 a couple weeks ago. This has just been in my bathroom. And the first thing I wanted to do when I turned 21 was do stand-up. Yeah. So 2 weeks ago, I went to this open mic and I did stand-up for the first time. And it was fun. Kind of. I thought I did okay. But I went up there because some guy made fun of me in a sexual way, and that was not good. And so as revenge, I went on stage and dropped a comedy bomb on him. I recorded a video after that. This is a clip from that. I'm glitching. I just did stand up for the first time, and I genuinely think I'm going to pass out. I was pretty on one could say. So I thought, let's go again next week. But this week went a little bit not the same. And I dragged Tanner with me. Everybody say shout out to Tanner for coming with me. Thank you, Tanner. Really appreciate that one. Honestly, if Tanner wasn't there this week, part of me wonders, not to go there, I wonder if Tanner wasn't with me, what the outcome of the night would have been. I'm just going to tell you the story, okay? So basically, I go, and it's the same as last week. I am the only one presenting as a very strong girly swirly. You know what I mean? I'm obviously the youngest one there, both times. I guess the second time Tanner and I were the youngest ones there. Actually, let me flash back to last week. I feel like my story's all over the place, but you know what? This is what you're getting, okay? So last week, this guy goes up on stage, and his whole set is about just like, sex and I just get so much fucking pussy and fucking my dick and fucking sex. You know what I mean? And halfway through his set, he asked the audience a question about sex. And he went through and he asked every single person in the audience this question. Usually when you say you're watching a Netflix stand-up special, right? Usually a comedian will be on stage and he'll be like, yo, who here likes hot dogs? Right, and then they'll go into a story about hot dogs, right? They won't actually ask every person in the crowd, what's your favorite hot dog? You know? But this is what that guy did. He asked every single person, then he gets to me, and mind you, I'm there alone. I'm the only fucking girl. I'm in my little tiny top and my little tiny pants and I'm just the little tiny girl that I am. Already I'm feeling uncomfortable. And he asked me this question about sex, and before I could even answer, he just humiliated me in front of the whole bar. And I was already I've never been to a bar before. This was a nightclub. I was already so anxious. And then he totally made fun of me sexually in front of everybody. I was I feel crowd interactions are okay and you can kind of tease people, but I'm for some reason part of me tells me that crossed the line. But maybe it's just because I'm a really sensitive person, but also I'm no, that was not appropriate for anybody. I could be really way off base. Anyways, but that got me so riled up that immediately, he was the guy running the thing, that immediately after I went straight up to him and I was like, I'd like to go on stage, please. Wasn't planning on it, but I had something written down. I was like, I could do this. Well, fucking fuck it, right? So I go up there and I do a set about going through menopause at 19 years old. So that was fun. I don't think you guys know that story. Don't worry, everything's figured out. But I'll save that story for another time. So I was kind of right? Flash forward to this week. That guy is there again, but there's a new guy hosting the thing. And his jokes were, he was talking about, being a pervert. And I'm sitting there, I'm just kind of don't love this. There was probably like literally 6 people there. Like, we're talking 6 people. All probably guys in their 30s. Not my crowd. I go up there and I'm thinking, okay, well, nobody's going to laugh at anything I have to say because it doesn't have to, it's not relatable to any of them. They don't find me funny. All they find funny is just the word vagina, and immediately they're on the floor laughing, right? And lo and behold, I go up on stage and like nobody really laughed and whatever, and who cares, right? And then I get off stage and the next guy goes up and he makes a joke about jerking off to girls on Instagram, and all the guys in the room like erupt in laughter. I'm like, this is exactly why I am scared of men. Listen, I know there are guys out there that are not like that and that aren't just like literal horny perverts walking around. And I know that because I've met people like Tanner and I've met people like my peers at school, and I'm like, this is like, that is possible, right? I feel like in the last like 3 years, I've kind of like gotten over that. And I've like made friends with some guys and been able to be like, okay, I don't need to be scared of every man, right? And then I go to this thing and I'm like, maybe I should be scared again. Like, this is why. It's just sad. It's just sad. I really felt defeated. Well, for a couple reasons. One, because like nobody laughed, but I knew that was going to happen, and I knew that I knew that. And also too, this was my fucking second time doing stand-up ever. And I just felt just really uncomfortable. And it's really unfortunate because it takes, for people like me who are socially really anxious and have a history of a fear of men, it takes a lot of energy and courage and lead up and prep to go and do something like that. I mean, for anybody, but like for me, like my whole day kind of revolved around like getting ready to do this and making sure, like getting ready to go on stage in front of a crowd so I don't like have a panic attack. And, you know, like 3 hours before, you know, I was like taking my medication and I like listened to a podcast and was knitting for an hour. And, you know, I like called my sister. I made sure to like get a good night's sleep before. Like, it takes a lot of energy to do something like enter a new social situation for people like me. I had to get my camera going again. And so it sucks that like I had the courage, I had the confidence to go in there and do this new experience, not only go to a new place, but perform in a new place and try something completely new and put myself out there and do comedy and, you know, interact with people. And so to put yourself in that situation and to only get like everything you were worried about out of it sucks. It sucks. And halfway through the show, when the guy like called me to go up there, he like interrogated Tanner about how Tanner knows me. I'm like, shut up. Just say my name and I'll go up there and do my fucking set. Just shut up. Like, all of my worst fears about men came true last night. I was like, why? So after the whole thing was done, Tanner and I were attempting to walk out, right? And the guy who called me out sexually last week and was there again this week, we'll call him Sam. Picture the cringiest 30-year-old you have ever seen in your entire life. We're talking button-up shirt, buttoned like way down, like unbuttoned like 3/4 of the way down, so that way at a moment's notice you can go like this, right? Tattoo above the nipple, snap back on backward, and like a 2015 neon blue tribal print on it, right? Ray-Ban, all black Ray-Ban sunglasses on. And mind you, it is at night. We're in a nightclub, so it's already dark. I'm having trouble seeing. Like, imagine that, right? This guy stops me in my tracks and he's like, "Hi, I'm Sam." Like, wanted to introduce myself. And I'm thinking to myself, in the beginning, like, I thought he was being really nice. He was, like, giving me, like, advice, like, actually, like, very useful advice that I agreed with, and I was like, yep, gonna use that. And, you know, he, like, invited me to go do this other gig next week, which I'm like, first of all, buddy, like, this is my second time doing this. Like, what is going on? I forgot a very key part of the story. After our conversation, he invited me to go to a bar with all the other guys that were there to go do like karaoke and have drinks. Again, I feel so stupid. But in my head, I was like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, like, I love karaoke. I was like, I'll go sing songs. Like, yeah, let me just go to a bar with, 6 different 30-year-old men to just sing songs. Just sing songs after everybody talked about women sexually for an hour and a half. So, yay. And look, I don't know if this guy had bad intentions. I don't know. We'll never know. But I do know that I'm the most gullible person on the face of the planet. And I never know when somebody's flirting with me, trying to take advantage of me, and like I clueless. I'm always clueless until somebody tells me later. And even then, I'm like, how could I be so stupid? So this guy Sam is talking to me about all these cool things. And next thing you know, Tanner comes up to me. He's like, hey, I really think we should go. Like, I gotta go. I'm like, oh, like, okay. And so I like say bye and I'm like, thank you so much for the advice. Like being all nice, like an idiot. I feel like an idiot. Like I feel stupid. But I'm hoping somebody out there or somebody watching this can relate to me. Of like never knowing, like I'm not in the moment, I can never catch those sort of things of like a guy being nice to me, but maybe maybe he's flirting with me in like a wrong way. I don't know. Like, why can't I'm a smart person. I stand my fucking ground. Anyways, so we leave, and as we're leaving, these other guys came up to me and whatever. And as soon as we leave, Tanner's like, I didn't have anywhere to go. Somebody came up to me and told me to save you from that guy, that he's like a bad comedian and get me, you should get her away from him really fast. And so I'm very thankful for that person who came up to Tanner. And obviously thank you to Tanner for pulling me away from that situation. Again, if that wouldn't have happened, I don't know where I would have ended up. Everything could have been fine. I don't know. But the things this guy was like offering, he was like, you should come perform next week and it'll be this thing and it's paid, and if you want to like meet for coffee and talk about this and that, like all these things that like sounded like they had good intentions. But then of course after we left, I'm like piecing together the shit he's talking about on stage. Fucking called me out last week in front of the whole crowd. I was like why didn't I put everything together? Like I feel stupid. But I'm not stupid. That's exactly what is supposed to happen, is like they're trying to like but maybe he wasn't, but maybe that's just me being like, no, like everybody's a good person, but like maybe he wasn't. Like why I'm having this conversation on the internet is because I want to know if I know other people have been in the same situation. I want to know how other people avoid these situations, or like what are the signs where you can tell like somebody has, like, you shouldn't be around somebody, or a guy is, when he's not being nice, he's really being intrusive, or when, like, how do I know if a guy isn't being nice, he's just masking something else with being nice, and really he's creepy. Like, I'm a smart person, but I also think I haven't had a lot of opportunities, nor do I want to put myself in situations where those sorts of interactions are more likely to happen. I never went to parties when I was at ASU. Now at OSU, I'm at like the other campus. I haven't heard of a single party going on. So I went to senior ditch day and that's it. And even then I was there for like maybe 10 minutes and then left. So parties haven't been in those situations, right? I just turned 21, so it's not like I've been to bars where a lot of this stuff sort of happens. I kind of avoided having guy friends most of my life because this stuff really spooked me. And so it's frustrating that like the moment I like finally chill out, have the courage to put myself in these sort of situations, this is the shit that I get. And I want to make sure everybody knows nothing, like literally it was just a conversation. I thought he was being really nice, whatever. But like why I'm so riled up is, one, the fact that like I didn't like know. I couldn't read the situation, and 2, why male comedians feel the need to just only talk about sex and talk about it in a way that is just not appropriate. Listen, I think sex jokes are hilarious. I think they're so funny. I think the word vagina is funny. But when you're like talking about driving by the river just so you can stare at girls' butts in bathing suits, I think you've just exposed something about yourself that kind of makes me want to scream and run out the building and call the police. You know, like there's a right way to do a sex joke and there's a wrong way to do a sex joke. And last night, every time hit the X button. It was not good and just really, really uncomfortable. And so now I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back and I don't want to do stand up there. I just left yesterday just feeling, I don't know. I was like sad but angry, but like glad that like proud of myself for getting up there and doing it. And Tanner went up there and like he did like improv and like that was incredible. It takes a lot of courage to do that. So I'm feeling a little bit discouraged, but I cannot let that stop me. Not sure what the solution is. There might not be a solution, but we're gonna figure it out. Yeah, we're gonna figure it out. And it's really a shame that I waited so long to turn 21, not to go drink, still haven't had alcohol yet, because I'm still waiting to have fun, I guess. But I waited this long to turn 21 so I could like go to a comedy club and like do stand up, and like I've worked so much on myself to like, I can like talk to guys now and look them in the eye. That sounds stupid, but if you know, you know. I could not look any boy in the eye for most of my childhood, for all of high school. Teachers, peers, it's really hard for me to look, especially teachers, and adult men in the eye. Couldn't do it. And maybe in the last year, I've like starting to tackle that. I can like hold eye contact with a guy. Like it's taken a lot of fucking work. And then to go and do this, it was just like, damn it. Damn it. So yeah. I'm angry. And again, I'm sharing not for pity. I'm sharing just to be like, this was an experience I had. If you've had a similar experience or you experienced similar anxieties around like men and sex and social situations, I have those same anxieties too. And like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Like, if you're comfortable, like, please share your experience and like how, like what helped you next time, or like, I feel like I'm jumbling. I feel like I want to like burst into tears, but also I want to go like, you know, set something on fire. And again, thank God for Tanner. If all that would have happened and Tanner wasn't there. Okay, let's say it wasn't Tanner who was there, but like a friend of mine who was a girl. How would that have gone? How would it have gone if I was just alone? How would it have gone if I had a boyfriend and the boyfriend was there, and when that guy interrogated me, he was like, oh, I'm her boyfriend? How would that have gone if all the men in the room knew that I had a boyfriend? It just makes you wonder. I hate it here. Not like here, but like here, you know, in this fucking world. I thought this was going to be like a fun, silly video, but this obviously has taken a turn. Yeah, I feel weird. If you leave a comment and you know, share something, you also don't, you don't, if you would rather like, if you want to share something but you don't want it like publicly, you can always DM me on Instagram. We can talk about it. Like, I'm here to support you. Just like how all you guys are like the kindest people ever and here to support me. I don't even know y'all. Half of y'all's, you know, profile picture is some like anime looking shit. I don't know y'all. But y'all are really nice. I check my DMs all the time. Nobody DMs me, so I'll see it. I'll respond. My Instagram's just _jazmataz. The link's down there somewhere. Or you can email me. If you don't have Instagram, my emails that my subscribers can email me is down there too. And I don't have to, if you don't want me to respond, I don't have to respond. Just let me know. I won't respond, but I'll read it. If you send me an email or you send me a DM, I will read it. There's no way that I'm like not gonna read it. Like, I'll see it and I'll read it. Or just like send memes. Anyways, thanks for just listening. Um, yeah. And I'm gonna go finish building my electric xylophone. Um, that's a, yeah, I'm doing that, so that's always good.